Good morning, everybody. As we can see, since I am about to start out with some calves, we did opt to film hamstrings. Just kind of wanted to, honestly. Yesterday, I think it was good I didn't, because I actually kind of had to rush yesterday, though we have to rush today too. Rushing chest and back is a bit different. There really is no time to kind of like sit around and chit chat, so today was better. It just worked out that way. I know a pretty good idea of what I'm about to do today. I know I go back and forth between knowing what I should do and not knowing what I should do per day, just to change it up and shock the body all the time. But the last couple days I did have some thoughts, and I was just like, these are definitely gonna hit. I think I found my staple starting exercises for just about every day now. Especially legs are easy to do. I think, I almost dropped my phone. I think we'll always start with leg extensions for quad days. I say pre-exhaust, but realistically we're getting always hit them for some 6 solid sets. And then hamstring, I've really been liking the lying hamstring curl. I've been telling you that the last few weeks. It's been insane. So we're gonna keep out with that with today or at least for one of our flexing movements. When it comes to the stretching movement, I actually think I'm gonna use one of the assisted. It's not a hack squat, I forgot what it's called, but I think I want to do that for some Romanians. Had that thought yesterday. I was like, holy crap, because I was literally thinking, so this is how it goes. I think every day about what exercise I want to do for what kind of movement. When it comes to chest, of course, you got your pressing and your fly movements, or your pressing and massive stretch movements. So that's how I kind of break that down. So yesterday when I thought about hamstrings, I was like, what can I do for my stretch? Because I was like, I don't think the barbell is going to hit. Dumbbells could be iffy. I could do the pitch shark, which is actually right next to me. But then I was like, I paused for a second. I was like, wait a second. I was like, I know the perfect machine. I was like, this is gonna do it. So we will be doing that today. First, we got our calves to kind of just get them in first, make sure they get attacked, and then hamstring curls, like I said, or lying hamstring curls. Just get started out right. But yeah, the stretching movement, I just like to come in between my flexing movements. If that makes sense. That's crazy. The 2 machines I just talked about are both taken right out. There is an extra line there, so that would be. I thought someone was walking towards it. I was like, there's no way. Granted, though, we do have like 5 to 6 sets of these, so we do have time. Ooh, they are already screaming too. I did want to remind you all too, we do have our giveaway live. The video before this, we announced that, so if this is your first video to check out, make sure you go to the last one and, enter. It's our 1K sub giveaway, so giving away something good. You got 2 weeks to do it too, so don't fret about the time. The 24th is the last day. Yeah, I'll probably, 25th is the last, or 24th is the last day. I'll probably do the drawing like the next day just to have a winner. And then I'll probably announce it. I don't know if I'll announce it that week or the Tuesday video if we don't change it to a Monday or something. But we'll have it coming. I'm just going to put our phone out the way. I think it's the easiest bet. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was doing it in the mirror to send someone, but I think I don't know about the lighting right now. Might have to change it for a second when we go over there, but the quad separation and stuff like that, it's looking pretty good. And I'm not gonna lie, I am 100% confident that I'm a decent bit heavier than what I have been. I don't know, when I was specifically cutting, I felt lighter, I did have that slight hunger, and I was just felt the limiting part of it. Right now, protein, man. 300 grams of protein, it ain't it ain't easy. So I definitely feel full pretty often. I'd say like 99% of the time. If I work doubles, that's the only time there comes a slight thing of hunger because my meals are a little separated after that. By that point, I get old, except for one meal in for dinner, of course, before or by like 3. And the next meal after that with work is typically like 10:30, depending on what time the restaurant closes. So it's a little frantic. But what are you gonna do? Just as long as we get the meals in, and I still like to do it structured, so my body's like, hey, at this time, we know we're gonna consume food. We're gonna know to do it. Is that 3 sets? Yeah, I'm gonna knock out these other, like I said, at least 2, probably 3. I'm feeling the calves right now, but we're gonna go lying hamstring curls, and hopefully I just get a killer one. I'm probably gonna have to use the machine I haven't liked using, but it's probably the better one, if that makes sense. So let's transition. Start hitting some hammies, give you all a little glimpse. That sounds super weird, but let's go do it. And a change of events, this actually opened, which is the one we wanted. And a real change of events, the other one ended up getting taken, and this one just opened up. So I was like, perfect. Honestly, what more could I ask for? We're gonna go right to it. I believe this is where we should be set up at, weight-wise, setting-wise. It is all the way for the biggest stretch, so that's right. I think it's just, I don't know. It goes like, I don't know if it's right, but I mean it's like small, medium, large, XL. I have it on large. I'm like, I wanna say that's right. Yeah, this feels right. And actually, no, we might go up in weight. Let me make sure this is at my hamstrings. It is not. Let me slightly adjust this back and down. There we go. That should look better. Let me make sure. This is so weird. Alright, that should be better. I might actually go up. I think we're at a point where we actually can, even with the strictness and pace of the reps. It's like crazy, because if you go back probably about 2 years now, I'd say we're at this point, which is crazy. And look at when I was full stacking it, I was definitely just tossing this weight up. Not really getting this stretch and flex that I do now. Actually, we'll keep it for next set just to see what happens with that one. Yeah, we're gonna adjust this back up for a second. Also, realize the mic might be on the wrong side. We'll just make sure to talk over on this angle. It's my good side, anyways. At least for pictures and stuff, I believe. I don't take that many pictures. I don't know about y'all too, but watching the Olympia, man, it's crazy. Like, not what I expected. 212, Keon did win. Definitely a closer battle than I thought it was going to be. I thought he was realistically going to blow up the competition. Sean came in. Yeah, really did. It was good. And then open though. Top, I think 5 they had it. We'll see tomorrow's finals. Who can make changes and everything. But I'm seeing a lot of hotties. Not a shocker, the conditioning part. He literally always comes in condition. But pretty crazy. Let me adjust this back down. This good? Yeah. I might even lift the pants up a bit more. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hotties. But I'm really just excited to see Classic. Of course, whether the extra weight from Mike is going to place them lower. Really, also, though Logan is my favorite, I want to see the conditioning and everything of Ramon. I want to see how much better he did, or he's going to do. Like he's been hyping up 5 sets of this for sure. Again, maybe even 6. Like when it hits, why move on? And that was set 2. Time-wise is going to be a bit tricky. Might change up the cardio for today to be a bit more intensive versus just an incline. Stupid head there. I tried to skip. I don't even know what my thought is, I'll be honest with you. Not gonna lie, is it still at the calf machine? Yeah, it is. Holy crap, let me go get that. 2 sets, I've just left my phone over here. That's wild. Good to know my headphones have a little range though. That really is crazy. Let's put it over here. Just lucky no one stole it. So we're gonna go right to set 3. And also, I felt like this was a fitting shirt while we hit legs. Just as Thick Boys wanted. I am gonna hit like 2 more sets, at least, to keep this kind of relatively moving. Though, of course, we are gonna flip it here. Like I said, I'm hoping we still or someone's still using it. It's completely fine. Like we'll find something. I don't have to use it or have to wait for someone to get off of it. So hopefully we can get our Romanians in next. Or at least that variant that I want to do. Otherwise, I'll figure something out. Like I said, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't open. So I will get to brainstorming though during these last 2 sets to think of something if it doesn't open. But as of right now, that's still what we're gonna do. So change it up now. So this is what I was talking about, and it's just gonna be a good day. I can tell because this opened just as I was finishing my 5th set. So yeah, we did a set already. Kind of want to test it because it's definitely been some time since I've tried this one. 100% the stretch I needed. It's insane. It was in the first rep. Even though it was a little light, we did up it. God, like this is the stretch I've been looking for. We'll put it like that. So I angled a little bit where it should still like almost straight hammies. I'll hike them up a little bit. Oh yeah, slight bend down, slight bend in the knees, and we just get our hips back. Oh, sorry, it's a little uneven with the stance. I was kind of rushing it. All right. We just think about our heels, our hammies. You know, we're not like. Of course, we're thinking about getting our hips back, but the main objective is feeling the stretch, which we definitely are. Like I said, this is definitely the stretch I've been needing. You know, Romanians. I was kind of just feeling in other places, no matter how I adjusted or inclined my stance to get deeper. It was just missing something. Dumbbells, same thing. So this is way better. I don't think about anything else since the weight is just loaded onto my shoulders. And I don't really have to hold anything. So I can just think about the hammies. I'm telling you, it's a nasty little stretch. I can't see straight if I'm being honest still. Stick with that weight. I think that was a good mid-ground. I feel like if I was to go heavier, then I would start feeling it in like my back for one, and it would just take away. I feel like I would try and tweak some things to compensate for the weight increase, and we're just not going to do that. hopefully anything's popped out a little too. I said when I flex the quad over by not hamstrings, by calves. Definitely pale. But maybe there was a certain angle. I don't know. We can hope, you know. Someday we'll get a tan or something. I don't know. Or we'll just look good while we're pale. Step to the side for a second. Probably not even going to take that long of a break. I'm going to make sure this is on. I always get worried about that. Time. Doing pretty good time-wise too. We do still have to hit another hamstring and glutes. Probably going to do our abductors today. I'm feeling it's going to hit a little bit better. To not try and make it sound funny, but to make it sound funny, I just feel like they're going to be more plump if I hit it that way. So, also, you can change the angles over this too. My feet have been straight. I'm going to change them out a little. Point to make that little V with my feet. Just get creative with it. Treat it like everything else, you know. And with the changing of training, we're just going to go super slow with this. I'll say, if you think about anything with these, think about getting your hips back. I think I want to keep this rolling. And oh crap, how many? We're gonna go back to hamstring curls. I want to try seated. Last week they didn't. I'm trying to get an angle in here. Here we go. They didn't hit as well, so we did isolate it again. But, you know, I'm gonna give seated another shot. Maybe it's just an off day, so that's what we're gonna go try. But if again it really isn't hitting, we're just gonna go isolated. But one way to find out. Scoot back in this because the shot might be a bit close up on the hammies, but oh yeah, it's not that the seated didn't feel good. They were both taken. Can't win them all today. I know this is gonna still hit though, because we're gonna make it. So we're just gonna start. I'm not sure what I usually do. Oddly enough, even though I've been doing it for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. So we're gonna start at 90. We're just gonna take into account the fatigue. I think I usually do this a bit earlier than I am now. So. I think I can go up. I think we'd hit about the same amount where you did right there with the weight increase. I'm debating. Do we go up or stay? We're gonna go up. I think this is one of those lifts where you can kind of just go a bit heavier. Just bust them out. So that's what we're gonna do. Which I think I usually do 100 anyways. I think 100 to 120 is usually where I push it. Can't remember exactly though, so we're just gonna go with 100 first. so far so good though. Honestly, I feel like you could throw me at the lying hamstring curl for an entire hamstring workout, and I'd be good. We'll say that and a stretch motion. I do think a stretch motion is vital and necessary. So you just gotta break them up that way. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even think about it. I don't even know if this is pointed at me. I'm just gonna back it up. That way too, I'm not as cropped up. I think that was the same amount, and honestly, I feel it a lot more. Better call, in my opinion. Set this way. Yeah, that's better. I'm gonna take that one. Also, I think I'm gonna change up the cardio we do. Talking to the guy, he actually said, he just told me this recently actually, because I was looking to either get like a walking pad or a recumbent bike for my house, or at least like a fan bike for my house, just to kind of keep some steps going and stuff in between work, or if it's raining on a day like today, before work, I can just get some steps in, get them working. But he was like, yeah, when he used to take clients and stuff like that, when he personal trained, he used to tell him to just change up the cardio like every 2 or so weeks. So I think I might actually do that, change it up a little bit. And he said the fan bike specifically, just to kind of get a little bit of arms in. You can mainly push, get more, of course, a little bit of push with your quads and hamstring, or not. No, I guess you get a little bit, but more quads and glutes. The glutes was the main thing. You push through, get that glute push, or tension, I guess you want to call it. So you're kind of just slowly working them. You can really do it with any motion. I do that with the treadmill when it's inclined anyways. I think about that final push at the top as it's inclined to push through my glutes, and then you do the same thing with Stairmaster. Every step you take, kind of just want to go up, push through glute. I think it gives it that extra work that no one else really puts into it. I think Phil Heath said that too. It just helps you get striated glutes, which obviously if you're going to compete is what you need. So we're definitely going to be doing that. That being said, though, next we are doing glutes, so either way they're going to get hit. There's no, we're not going around them or saying that is our glute work. Hopefully the abductors open. I think one of them is. They have 2 here, so I'm thinking both of those are as well. We have a lot of other options for glutes, so it's not like we're limited. But that's how we're going to wrap today up. A little quick and easy hamstrings, where we definitely felt it. Oh, maybe the quad shows. No, I think even in the picture it looks pale. Yeah, the second I lift them up. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We are going to go hit glutes too, so come on. We got one. Honestly, I think they're both open. The other one, though, I will say, someone was doing the adductors, and I never know if people kind of do them together. I know I used to before splitting up, so to be safe, I just got this one. I didn't want to interrupt anyone's superset. I have not set the weight. That's going to humble me for sure. Maybe it was just like a little push factor. We are gonna scoot her up a little bit. Yeah, maybe it was just that first push. We'll just take these ones really slow to really just emphasize. So when we go up next set, it'll hit more. I do hate too, these pads move. So at some points I do feel uneven, which I do not like. I also don't really like the machine moves with you. Can help in some cases. This one, I don't think as much. But I did just find the eagle that's hitting, so. Yeah, I think we'll go up just 10 pounds. It's about the middle. We'll just sit like this, honestly. We don't need to stretch our legs out or anything. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, we do. My ass is about to cramp. Yeah, literally, which is crazy. I'm happy with today. I was a little worried I wasn't gonna feel that rested. I was in bed pretty early, but it took me a while to go to sleep. I'm gonna be honest with you on that one. But yeah, we woke up on time. Sat around for like 10 minutes. I was up and like kind of staring at the ceiling. I was like, all right, let's get moving. Still, yeah, got here right on time and really got everything I wanted. The only thing I would have changed was the isolated for some seated hamstrings, but that's about it. We got all 6 sets of our calves in. We got our lying hamstring curls. We got a phenomenal Romanian variant in. Like I'm really, the only thing I would ask for again, yeah, was the swap, or I just didn't work today, so I could 1 have gone later probably, 2 throwing in like another 1 or 2, even calves. Yeah, my hand definitely slipped there right now. All right. Yeah, 10 pounds is perfect. I'm gonna get some forced reps in. It's another one we're gonna go for like 5 to 6 sets. I had 6 time. We're like right on the line. I'm kind of scared of changing up cardio today, honestly. I feel like it might not be the best call. But yeah, I don't even think I like really finished clarifying. I'm gonna change cardio to the recumbent fan bike. I don't know if those are the same thing or one's just called a fan bike. I'm gonna test it out for like 10 seconds. If I'm not feeling it, I'm going to the incline for now. But I know, yeah, the bike might get a little extra work versus just the walking. Or at least to the fan, yeah, you can use your arms a little bit, get some arm work, which will over time, it'll show. But yeah, I'm not using it like for a pump or anything, so it's not as important. No, actually did more than I thought. I think that was the first time I kept count. It was closer to 20. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure if I was counting right. Yes, but adductors, abductors, and calves, I'd say are something you should blast into like the higher 15-20 rep ranges. I might be missing something, but for the most part, I feel like that's something that should be pushed that much. Just because calves, obviously, yeah, you use them every day when you walk, so you definitely need to put in some work to calves to get them to grow or do anything. And ab and adductors, just, I think since they are a bit like, since they don't get the attention they need, I feel like the extra work really makes them pop that much more, especially glutes. Like I said, that can make or break a physique. So I know, yeah, my first cut, like I never did glutes really, so it wasn't as crazy this time around. Yeah, I want them stride. Okay, we're gonna push right there. Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all at work. All I gotta do is, well, another set, maybe two. I'm not gonna lie, the glutes do feel punished. I really should have thought about that before I said that, but oh well. Yeah, catch y'all at work, end it up, or wrap it up, and I'll probably edit and everything, yeah, at work again. So that's the plan. Let's stick to it. At work, like we said, if you can actually see that I'm standing up, moving freely, we weren't lazy enough to, well, I say we weren't lazy enough to leave the stand this time for the camera to elevate it. I just left the whole camera in my car, so I kind of was being lazy in a sense. But still, we brought it. We can kind of just move around, stand around, do whatever, instead of, yeah, just sit down with the countertop in my face. But great day. I'm happy with today's workout, really am. Just the emphasis and everything got put on it. The bike was a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. We didn't get a fan bike, they were both taken, but we did just do a regular recumbent bike without a back seat that still, like, you know, had me lean over and stuff like that. So it was different, I'll say that. I do prefer this treadmill, probably just because I'm so used to it at this point, but I'll start getting used to the bike and I guess just get better with it. We were at like a level 10 on that bike. I know all bikes are different, so it might not be saying that much, but that's what we were doing, just pushing a little bit for today. Not the typical like 25 minutes either. We had to cut it short just because I had to get ready for work and I didn't want to take away from the workout because realistically that's more important to me. So we got that, got our breakfast in, our quick 80 grams of protein with the eggs and everything. So I feel a little bloated, a little fat, but it'll go away. So I'm happy about that. Again, I gotta remind you, I know I said at the beginning, but really go back, enter that giveaway. It doesn't hurt. It's a free entry, and I'm just gonna pick someone, so why not attempt to win a few $100s worth of stuff possibly. So, hey, check out the last video for that. But I guess, yeah, we're just looking forward to next week. I will be filming chest on Tuesday, so I'll finally get to do that video since that's been prolonged for a couple, I think a couple weeks. Besides like chest and back day, I meant just like the all-around chest and bicep day. That'll be fun to do. A little bit of shoulders as well, so we're probably just going to use some lateral raises again just because pump is nasty with those boys. But I'm going to figure something out for them. Probably some dumbbell bench again, maybe the 150s for a couple again. But that's just, again, stuff to look forward to. So stay tuned. We're keeping it rolling. I think we're actually getting better and looking better as time goes on, so that is a huge plus, and we're only going up from here. I can't emphasize that enough. As soon as we start getting to shred again, I'm gonna be super excited because, yeah, again, with the Olympia, crazy prejudging for open. I don't think anyone guessed how that was gonna go for sure. I definitely, with the picks and everything, had Nick probably taking it. So for him to push more out towards 5th is wild, but hey, that's the game, you know, and you only really know how it really looks when it's comparison with others. So that's why I'm kind of looking forward to Classic today. My favorite, Logan. Kind of hoping he puts out. But otherwise, I'm really curious about Ramon, so I think I said that too, but earlier. I'm just excited. I love bodybuilding, all right? What can I say? But yeah, that's something we'll work towards. I can't wait to be shredded. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to do it now because I realize we got to be patient for the gains and to put some quality muscle on, some density. All right, I won't be a little thick boy like my shirt said. Yeah, so we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed. Got 3 more videos then, and every week, minimum is 3. So if you want some consistent content, I got y'all. So I'm going to see you in the next one for some, I'll say heavy ass weight. All right, peace.